Hi, my name is Bianca and I'm a freshman at Syracuse University, and today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips for applying to college and some advice from my own experience applying. So my first tip would be to apply to some safe schools, some schools that match your GPA and your SAT or ACT scores, and then some reach schools. So I applied to 2 safe schools, 4 that kind of match my GPA and my SAT scores, and then 2 reach schools. So ultimately, I don't think the amount of schools you apply to matters too much unless you're kind of struggling to decide where you want to go. You don't really have any clue. I would recommend applying to more schools rather than less, just so you have more options if you change your mind in the end about what type of school you want. I just found it super helpful to get an acceptance rate that was kind of like designated for me, so I could really tell what would be safe, what would be a reach, and then what ones were like right on point for me getting in. My second tip is if you are debating applying to a school, just do it, because at the end of the day, you'll regret it, or you might change your mind and end up really wanting to go to that school, but you didn't apply. So it can't hurt to apply. It really can't. So if you are debating, then just do it. Third tip would be to decide if you want to apply early decision anywhere, if you want to apply early action, or if you're going to apply regular decision. So I personally decided to go early action wherever I can, which is just getting everything in earlier so you can get your answers back quicker. And then the difference with early action and early decision is that early decision, you're making a commitment that if you apply to that school and get in, then you will go there. So I actually didn't apply early decision anywhere because I wasn't really positive where I wanted to go, so I didn't really want to make that commitment. And then regular decision is just applying to the regular admission date, getting your answers when you get them. So doing early action was super helpful to me because I got my answer back from the school quicker than I would have with regular decision, which was really great because waiting for an answer just fills me with so much anxiety, and getting to know sooner was just great. My fourth tip would be to see if you can waive any of your application fees for any of your schools. Because when you're applying, if you get up to like 10 schools you want to apply to, that can end up costing way more than you think, because some schools are $80 to apply to, some are $70, some are $40, and that all adds up in the long run. So when I was applying at some of the schools I visited or was really interested in, I let them know by emailing them how interested I was in their school, but I mentioned that their application fee might have been a little too expensive and that might lead me to not being able to apply or something of the sort, because they can be quite expensive and sometimes you have to narrow down where you're applying because of how much it costs. But if you send them an email like that, most of the schools will actually answer you and give you a code you can use to waive your application fee, because in the long run, it can end up costing you like $200 to $400 to apply to all the schools you want to go to. I know when I was applying, I did not expect it to be that expensive. So finding a way to maybe waive the application fee, letting them know you did maybe a tour or were super interested in their school, lets them know that you want to apply there, but you might not be able to. So if they want you, they might give you a code, which can be great when you're applying to so many schools. And my fifth tip would be to reach out to someone you know who goes to the college you're interested in, if you can, or reach out to maybe someone who went to your high school or a friend of a friend. Just getting insight from someone who goes to the school currently, to me, was a lot more meaningful than going on a campus tour. I just enjoyed talking to someone and learning about their personal experience at that school. And if you can, maybe stay a weekend with them or spend the day with them at that school if you can, because getting to know what college life is like at those schools can be super helpful, and that is ultimately how I decided I wanted to go to Syracuse. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that these tips helped you, and if you have any more questions or need any more advice, please don't hesitate to reach out to Niche. We'd be happy to help you with anything.